In this lesson, we're going to take a closer look at the Dorian mode and see what it can offer you as far as improvisation and the sound of the mode itself. So to keep things consistent, I'm going to do all the modes in C. So let's take a look at the Dorian mode in the key of C, or starting on a C. So I'm going to play it like this: 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, and then I'm going to slide down 1, 2, 4, like that. 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 1, 2, 4. Now we've covered all this in previous lessons, so hopefully this is nothing new. But now let's take a look at the sound. I want to talk about the mode itself and what it sounds like, because every mode has its own unique characteristics. Now, the Dorian mode is a great mode for improvising. It's used quite often, so this is a very important mode to understand and to have a good sense in your ear of what it sounds like. It's a minor mode. And the characteristic note of it is the major sixth degree. So it's 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, natural 6, flat 7, and 1. A lot of times you'll find the Dorian mode used in funk a lot because it has the minor sound. But then with the major 6, the sort of the cliche sound of it is the walk up into the tonic on a bass line where you go. So it's a lot of times it's chromatic, but it starts on the major 6th degree or down low. It's something you've heard a lot in funk music. As far as improvising in Dorian, obviously you can use every note in the scale, but then you can also use blue notes with the Dorian scale, specifically the flat 5. Since it's a minor key, blues always goes well in minor keys. But then whenever you throw in the major 6th, it has sort of it provides some of that more flavorful character, a little bit more funky. That's one of my favorite things, is the interval between the major 6th and the minor 3rd. To play around with that. You get things, it gets things sounding more funky and sort of nasty sounding, I guess. So basic pentatonic with that major 6th degree as sort of a characteristic note, and then the flat 5 as sort of the nasty blue note, and the interval between the natural 6th and the minor 3rd can always be played with to make things sound a little bit more quirky. So here's another interesting relationship. If you start from the 6th degree, we're going to use the open A string, and then go to the tonic C, and then go to the minor third. Those are minor thirds away from each other. So the 6th is a minor third away from the tonic, and the tonic is a minor third away from the minor third. And if you incorporate the flat 5 blue note to improvise with, that's another minor third up. And then another minor third above that flat 5, the blue note, is the 6th again. This gives us a symmetric minor third stack. And this is another way to improvise in Dorian. If you're playing in a funk groove, the stacks of minor thirds can be used as sort of a quirky way to play within the Dorian mode. That's maybe a little bit more on the advanced side of things. It gets into some jazz ideas. It's a diminished arpeggio. But it works within the Dorian scale if you're using the blue notes. All right, so let's take a look at all of these things that we've covered. To begin with, we have the chromatic approach back up to the tonic in Dorian. It's just something that's very common. Then we also have pentatonic riffs. Those are all totally usable within Dorian. Then if you're using the blue notes, you have the flat 5. And then if you're using the blue notes, you have that symmetrical diminished part of Dorian. 6 to 1 to 3 to flat 5 to 6 to 1 again. Now I'm just moving up the neck here, but I'm basically playing the same scale. And I guess the last thing to say about Dorian, to me, that makes it the most interesting is it has a minor tonality to it, but since it contains that one major 6th note, it keeps things on both sides of the fence. It's a very versatile mode.